Hello and welcome back to Gentle Growth with Ivy. As always, I am Ivy. So usually whenever I do a podcast, I will have an outline of what I want to talk about, and I don't have that today. I'm just gonna go for it. So if you follow me, you might be wondering what the heck is going on. Things keep switching up. The way that I post keeps changing. And I worry that it's confusing people. But what's happening is I'm learning every day. Every day I am researching things about digital marketing and how to, post, and just it's hard to get into it, but I have been learning a lot. So much. And so for a while I struggled with, who am I talking to? What am I talking about? And how am I qualified to talk about it? How am I someone who can provide those solutions for those people? And because I know a lot about a lot of different things, and I've been able to help a lot of different people in a lot of different ways. And so it's hard to pinpoint okay, what is my specialty? What am I an expert at? And so it kind of felt like I wasn't an expert, a complete pro at any one particular thing. It was kind of like I'm just really good at several things. So anyway, I took yet another course. I've been taking so many courses. But I took another course, and it had me do a little diagram and, fill out stuff and just really kind of process what it is that I know and who I can help and what solutions I can offer. And so I know I discussed, I think it was a couple podcasts ago, about how it's kind of like I started out with this big pot and it just keeps simmering down, and how I went from self-care to self-love, and then to mindset. I feel like I'm skipping something. And so I feel like I kind of boiled it down a little too much, maybe. And so as I was taking the course, I realized that my famous recipe, I guess is the analogy that we can use there, has a few more ingredients in it than just what I thought was mindset. So what I've decided on now is mental health coaching. And it's funny because I kind of knew it all along, but I felt underqualified because I understand that there is so much to mental health, and it's how in the world, how can I say that I can coach on mental health? And so I had that kind of okay, I'm not qualified for this. But then I realized I don't have to know every single thing about every single thing. And I don't have to teach the solution for every single thing to still be a mental health coach. And so I realized that depression and anxiety are definitely my top two specialties. That is definitely things that I feel like I have conquered, I have overcome. I have so much information and knowledge on how to help people with that. And I'm just a wonderful resource for if you're dealing with depression or anxiety. And I know so much about it. I still have more to learn. I'm still learning. But that's definitely a strong suit. And then, of course, I also have a lot of advice for things like PTSD and ADHD. I've struggled with those as well. They've been newer diagnoses for me, but they've been big ones. And the research that I've done on those have made big impacts on my life for sure. And so I think that ADHD and PTSD is another like strong suit for me, but more of like a little bumped down from anxiety and depression. And then there's other things that I can touch and help on, but I wouldn't say that I'm a complete expert in those, but I really enjoy looking into them and learning about them and stuff. But as for like being a coach is helping people through things that you have also been through. Like I said, I don't have an outline for this, so there might be little pauses or little parts that are like, okay, what are we getting at here? I'm going to keep my title as mental health coach. And the people that I have told this to were like, finally, finally you see it. And, I knew it too. So I think mental health is just, I think that's my product. And maybe, I'm a mental health coach. And my specialties are helping you thrive with your anxiety and depression. I can teach someone how to thrive with anxiety and depression. I'm writing a book on it now. So I have some exciting announcements. One of them is I'm now offering sessions, one-on-one coaching sessions, mental health related. If I need to research something, I will be more than happy to tell you that. But yeah, you can go to my website, gentlegrowthwithivy.com. I do offer free consultations, 30-minute consultations, to really let you express to me what it is that you are wanting to work through. I want to know things that have worked or not worked in the past. I want to know the coping skills and stuff. If necessary, the consultation can go over 30 minutes, but I think 30 minutes is a good time frame. So you can book that 100% free on my website. And then I also have the sessions, which you can book on my website as well. Right now it's $75, and I want to stay affordable. I do want to stay affordable. So I think $75 is going to be good for a while. To have a bundle package that you can get. So I think, don't let me mess up the math here. I'm pretty sure my bundle is $500 for 8 sessions. So you're saving a pretty penny there. And it does offer payment plans if you need a payment plan on that. Because again, I want to stay affordable. So I'm working on an ebook as well. It's called Unlocking Happiness, Thriving with Your Anxiety and Depression. I'm really excited. Anxiety and depression was something that really, really held me back and just made me feel so hopeless and just helpless. And it was bad for a while, especially after postpartum. Oh my goodness, that was really hard. So I'm going to write that ebook. I have a good start on it now, and I'm really excited. And another announcement is I have quite the long list of wonderful, amazing, and exciting women that want to be on my podcast. Holy cow, that's exciting to me. I'm honestly blown away. I mean, I sit in awe at times, and I'm like, these women want to talk with me on my podcast. Like, wow. So I made a post in a women's business page, and I expressed, I'm a mental health coach, and I have a podcast, and I would love to collab with other people on the podcast, or, even people without a podcast. I want to bring people on and let them share their expertise. And I didn't expect much. I mean, I try to do things with kind of like little expectation, if none, really. I just kind of put it out there and, see what happens. And I put it up, and the post was approved. In the first hour, I had 10 comments with these are amazing people. Amazing people. And now it's been 2 days, and I've probably gotten 40 to 50 comments. And they're all amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm reading their stories, and I'm looking at their websites, and I'm hearing about their degrees, and it's wild to me. I'm so excited. I am so excited to share these people with you guys and to let them share their knowledge with you, because these people are going to have amazing insight that is going to truly help you. I don't want to share names until podcasts are recorded, but I do want to share some of the professions and passions that I have in store. So one that I'm excited about is a woman that helps other women find balance and rediscover their sense of self. That's awesome. I think that's going to fit here. I have another woman that is all about life purpose. She is a doula / birth coach, and she works in supporting families on welcoming their wonderful new bundles of joy into the world. She has a master's in addiction and a certification in anger management. I'm excited for that. I have another one that is all about food freedom and binge eating. She believes that food isn't always the problem and that we need to fix the symptoms, which I really resonate with. That is something that I struggled with. I didn't realize that some of my bad eating habits was because I was seeking stimulation due to my ADHD. And just knowing, I'm like, okay, right now I'm wanting to eat, I'm not hungry. I'm wanting to be stimulated. How about I do something else instead? So knowledge is power, for sure. Another one is a trauma-informed coach, and she is all about rebuilding life after trauma, and she is an abuse and advocate. After trauma and abuse, and she is also an advocate for neurodivergence and mental illnesses. I spoke with her a lot. I'm really excited for her. She has her own podcast as well, so I'll be sharing that with you guys. Another woman is someone who is helping physicians battling burnout and helping them rediscover joy and meaning in their profession. And even though her target audience is physicians, and you may not be a physician listening, I still think that her input can help anybody in burnout. I don't see, why her input couldn't affect somebody who isn't a physician. So I really like that. This woman specializes in abuse recovery, and she's also a manifestation coach, which is wonderful. I've recently discovered manifestation, and I know at first everybody thinks it's such a woo topic, but when you learn about it, it's interesting. So I'm excited to have her on. Oh, another one, I'm excited for this one too, is a spiritual business mentor. But I talked to her a little bit, and I don't think we're going to be discussing spiritual business. I think we're going to be discussing something else. So I'm excited for that as well. And then I also have someone who is a holistic nutritionist. I think that's very interesting. Another one is an integrative nutrition and health / life coach. She is she specializes in health, wellness, mindset, abundance, and spirituality as well. I believe she has a podcast. I may have noted that incorrectly though. There is another one that is a social media manager and mentor for women-owned business owners. She also worked in mental health for 5 years, and she wants to discuss healthy habits and how to set those and maintain those. And I have another holistic practitioner. I'm really excited. I took a look at her page, and some of the practices that she does is really interesting. I've heard about them, and I've heard that they are very powerful. So I'm excited for her to be able to teach you guys about that. She'll be one of the first ones. So I actually have her scheduled on my calendar to record next week. So I'm really excited for that. There is another woman. She is an owner of a healing lounge, and she is all about health and wellness. And I believe I have her scheduled for next week as well. So I'm excited for that. And then, my most recent one is a visual artist, someone who helps people with mental illnesses through visual art, which, that's so interesting. So interesting. It's powerful. And that's a list of 13. I'm sure you weren't keeping count. That's 13. So I'm not sure if I'm going to release like 1 episode a week, 2 episodes a week. It honestly just depends on when I get all these recorded and whatnot. I would like to do podcasts more regularly though, and have a schedule, like, every day at 2. I have no idea. Not every day. Every Monday at 2 or something, I would really like to get on that. So, yeah. I'm excited for that. And then also, next week, I am speaking at a sold-out event. Holy cow. Like, what? So I will be one of the speakers at the Dayton Beauty Boost Year Project event. One of 3. Only 3 of us are speaking at this sold-out event, and I'm one of them. And I also get to present my business there as well, which is really exciting. And I'm going to be speaking all about vision boarding. I'm going to be discussing what it is, why you should do it, and how, give you tips on how you can do it. Vision boarding is 100% personal, so you do it however you want. And one of the biggest things is don't try to live up to the Pinterest standards whenever you're doing this. Whenever you're making a vision board, do it how you want to. Don't think that it has to look a certain way or any of that. Don't think that there has to be a certain layout or it has to be aesthetically pleasing. Don't worry about any of that. You just do it and you have fun and you create your vision of what you want in your life. Or even if you see something and you're like, that's sticking out to me, it's resonating with me, but I don't know why, put it on there and you'll see why. It'll happen. The people that I've spoke to that have done vision boards, it's powerful. It's really interesting. Just the things that they said and how it truly motivated them to achieve those things in a way that it just kind of happened. It's awesome. It's really awesome. So I'm excited to discuss that and to help all these wonderful ladies that are going to be there create their very own vision board. So I'm going to be helping everybody create their vision board. Wow. That's impactful. That's exciting to me. So that's my exciting news. To recap, I'm now offering sessions. I'm writing an ebook. I have some super, super exciting guests coming on soon. And I'm I'm speaking at a sold-out event. I'm leading people. I'm making a positive impact. I'm doing what I'm passionate about and what I said I would do. And that's a big deal to me. And my last episode was talking about celebrating accomplishments and holy cow, this is an accomplishment for me. And I'm so excited. I am so excited. I really, really think this is going to have a positive impact on all my listeners. I think the information that I'm going to provide with these people and with, my content and with speaking, I really think I'm going to make positive impacts on people. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And I think that will be all for this podcast. If you could leave a review, leave me some stars, if you could interact with the Q&A, I really want to know what time of day or day of the week that you are most likely to listen to a podcast, because I would like to get on a schedule, but I want to make sure that it's a schedule that people are excited for. So if you're most likely to listen to a podcast Fridays at 6 p.m., let me know. I want to know. If you have any questions about maybe something that I mentioned about the speakers that I'm going to have on, that I could ask them, that would be wonderful. I'm thinking about creating a anonymous question thing where you can anonymously submit questions for me to answer on the podcast or on posts or anything. 100% anonymous. I wouldn't even know who you are. And then I also found a feature where people can submit voice clips to the podcast. So I want to link that somewhere as well. I'm thinking my podcast is going to be one of my biggest focuses for my business. When it comes to social media, I've landed on Instagram, I believe. I have my Instagram connected to my Facebook though, so that anytime I post a post or a story, it automatically goes to my Facebook. And then I also try to upload to TikTok as well. But Instagram, I think, is going to be my main social media that I use and promote on. And then I think my podcast here is going to be my biggest long form, area to build kind of a community and stuff. So that's all for today's podcast. That's it. That's all. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I look forward to our next guest. Bye.